Welcome to the Prep A Finals for girls soccer here in New Jersey. We've got the Hun School taking on Pennington in what should be a great rematch of a September 28th game all the way back a couple of months ago. These two teams matched up, and it was a loss for Pennington, who is now the 2 seed in this Prep A Finals game. So, of course, that means the Hun School is a 1 seed. They've got home field advantage, and boy, they have a great crowd on hand. You can see all the way across the field, their students were let out a little bit early to come support this girls soccer team in their quest for a state championship. Hope you're having a great afternoon, I guess, is a kind of an early slot. I'm Maura Sheridan here joining you. In terms of records right now, Hun School actually has a worse record than Pennington, so 11-4-2. Had a couple of postponements, cancellations throughout the year. Meanwhile, Pennington 15-2-2, and boy, they're coming off quite the run. They just won the Mercer County Tournament Championship last Tuesday, won 1-0 over Hopewell Valley, and that means they've won their last 8 games, and they have remained unbeaten in their last 12, so they have a couple of ties in the mix there. But again, coming off that championship, they're playing their best soccer yet. Meanwhile, it wasn't a great tournament. On the other hand, for Hun, they ended up going out pretty early in the quarterfinals, so it should be an interesting game. Again, these two teams are rivals. They play each other during the regular season. Of course, there's a lot on the line here and a lot of fans to support as well. Both teams meeting, talking things over to see, well, there's a lot at stake. I talked to Patrick Murphy about that, and he said he's the coach. Actually, there's 2 coaches, interestingly enough, for Pennington. He said, you know, there's not much you can say in these moments to your players. You just have to tell them to go play the way they have and then hope for the best. And that's kind of the situation as both teams meet up again ahead of this Prep A New Jersey Finals matchup. 40 minutes on the clock, 40-minute halves. Just to keep you on notice, our clock is not totally official, so if we get late in the game, I will make sure to keep you updated on all of that as we get set to go. Again, if you can see all in black on the other side, we've got a bunch of the Hun students here. And then even on this side, pretty packed stands here at the Hun School, which is just down the road from Princeton University. So coach for Pennington, the 2 seed, they've got co-coaches in Dr. Bill Hockey. He's in his 36th season. Meanwhile, Patrick Murphy is in his 24th season, and they co-coach together, so they kind of split roles. On the other end, Jennifer Barrett for Hun has her team playing extremely well, and she's only in her 3rd season as head coach now. She was actually an assistant prior to that, so she's been around this program for a while, and again, she feels like actually that game against Pennington way early at the start of the year was the best soccer that her team has played all year. So she definitely feels like they can compete with this Pennington team, and the key is to stopping some of those, big scores, big players. A couple of players like Stephanie Ballerana, who is absolutely the one to watch out for Pennington, who can really play wherever she wants. She's listed as a midfielder. She'll kind of bounce around no matter what, and she is already slated to go to High Point University to continue her soccer career. So again, we're just waiting as we'll have a fresh 40 minutes on the clock, a lot on the line for both of these teams. Of course, the county championship is such a big deal, and both of these teams really wanted to make a run, and it ended up working out so well for this Pennington squad. But this one, is a rivalry game. This is for the state championship, home field for Hun. Things could go totally differently here, and for them, they're trying to basically replicate what they've already done this season. So again, if you're watching from home here on Play-by-Play Network, you'll see the home team in white, you'll see, the home team in white, and on the other end, no, I confused myself. Now I just want to make sure I'm right. So Pennington is going to be wearing right now, and on the other end, you'll see Hun in black. Again, both teams just meeting up. Game was supposed to start at 2:45, got set a little bit late here. Again, Hun 11-4-2, Pennington 15-2-2, but Pennington has not lost a game in 12 straight, so it dates all the way back to couple of months ago at this point. We're already into November, and this is for all the marbles. Really, it doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. Starts right here. So Pennington will start with the ball. Kind of a crisp autumn day. It's, you know, not the coldest I've ever seen it, but it's a little bit chilly here. I'm sure these teams are used to it here in New Jersey. Big kick put on already to start this game. Pennington trying to put an onslaught here early. This is something they like to do. They are big on creating, assisting, and trying to create as much space as they can. Of course, every coach says that and wants that, but that is how they feel they have been successful this year, is just finding the green. That's how Murphy put it to me yesterday. Quick throw and goes out of play. Off the pick far side, another one. Up in the midfield, that one's headed out. Beautiful backdrop here at the Hun School. We've got all the leaves in the background just completely surrounding this soccer field. And you can hear that crowd getting loud on the opposite side, all those students for Hun. Still just a little back and forth. There's a leading pass going the opposite way. Pennington with the pickup, and an offsides is called. I don't think hockey's too happy about that on the sidelines. Again, Dr. Bill Hockey in his 36th season as head coach with Pennington. He has a 501 wins over the course of his career. It makes him one of the winningest coaches in New Jersey girls soccer. All the way back as Hun will try to race and come up with it, but it ends up being Pennington ball. In goal today, MK Cramley, who's a senior for Pennington. She was the one that just knocked it off. And then Zoe Palmer is in net for Hun. Palmer's a sophomore. Cramley's a senior. That one knocked down in the midfield. Just some back and forth here early. Hun comes up with it. Trying to get a break. Looks to create some space. There's some cross on the opposite side. A one touch and it goes out of play. Pennington able to cut that off. Get MK Cramley in net right now for Pennington. She's a senior, but she had been playing backup. She's a basketball star at Pennington, so she had been a backup for a couple of years, and now she's getting her shot in net to start. So that one headed out by Pennington. Trying to get it out of the box. It's cleared. Last touched off of the Pennington D. They feel like their defense has been really solid. Of course, led by Cramley, and then senior captain Reagan Amberson, who you'll see in there. She's wearing number 26. Knocked out of play. Throw in with Hun. Another clear out. Hun putting on some pressure here. Draws that kick to be the other way. Just a couple of minutes into this game, no shots or anything put on. Again, it was a very low-scoring game the first time these two teams played. It's about as low-scoring as a decision can be, 1-0 advantage Hun, but that was so long ago on the 28th of September, so a lot has changed between these two teams. And specifically, Pennington feels like, you know, they are playing a different brand of soccer than that game. It was an eye-opening experience, though, for both squads. Backing out of play. Hun will have an opportunity here. And we'll get the first corner kick that we've seen. Way back on that far side. First kick. Headed down. Pennington looking to clear here. Still stuck in the box, a collision in midfield. That one high in the air. Excuse me, in the box, not midfield. All the way stuck in that far side corner. This one put in front, a big kick out, and that's obviously off of Pennington. We'll stick with Hun here. Quick throwing on the near side, ends up going 5-hole, trying to track it down. Goes out of play. Pennington will come up with it. So for Hun, they want to be quick with their possessions, a one-touch team moving as fast as they can. I'm not saying that's not what Pennington is, but it seems like they're more about creating an assist and, you know, so clashing these two. Pennington looking to slow it down, whereas looks like Hun's going to come out guns a-blazing. They already have put on some pressure. We saw the first corner kick that we've seen. Throwing going the opposite way. That one clears a defender. Stuck on the sideline. That's a big tangle. We got a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Like I said, these two teams are rivals. This is not only is this a finals game, these two teams have already played. Of course, these players weren't on this team, but this dates back to 2014 when Hun actually beat Pennington in this very game. So there's a lot of that going on, and I'm sure they feel it. And already a tight game this season just adds to the emotions as well. And for Pennington, they feel like, you know, they are the champion. They've already won the county championship, and they just want to keep being crowned, frankly. And for Hun, they have a lot to prove here, that they actually are the best prep team in New Jersey girls soccer. Out of play. Actually, that one kept in. Hun looking to make something happen. We're seeing a lot of collisions. That's going to be a foul. Hun will keep it. Quick throwing on the far side. Some space to work. Up the middle, centered. Comes into the far side. We really haven't seen the ball over here that much. That one goes flying. Not quite into the stands, but pretty close. Allie Devlin with the head. Goes out of play. Really a double head there. Devlin trying to pick it up for Hun. Again goes out. This time it's going to be Devlin that takes that throw in. Last touch off of Pennington. Again, we're just seeing some back and forth here on the end line. It's a Pennington team that has won 12 Mercer County tournament championships at this point. They're really proud of the force they've created. And here's some space. Going the opposite way, it's redirected. Hun's able to get back in time. Trying to clear, it's blocked away. A dish off, one move, chance for a shot. That one's stonewalled. Here's another opportunity. And it goes pretty wide, scooped up there. Zoe Palmer, again, the sophomore goalie, picks it up. She'll survey, has plenty of time to make a decision here. All the way back to midfield. Touched out of bounds by Pennington, so another opportunity here for Hun. Up the sideline. Blocked away out of essentially necessity. That was potentially a dangerous moment. A throw-in makes its way all the way back to Cramley in net. She'll pick it up. Looks to reset this offense back from the goalkeeper's side. Cramley's from Pennington, like a lot of these Pennington players, but it is a prep school, so there's players from even Philadelphia on this roster. Back at the midfield, Pennington trying to backtrack. Sophie Murphy with a little move. Has it swiped away. Turned around and had a play on the near side. So we've got under 31 minutes to go here in the first half. Really haven't seen any shots quite yet. We've seen one corner kick. It was Hun that had it. back with the home team. And this is the Prep A final game. State championship on the line for both of these teams. That one headed down by the 35-yard line, cleared out in front. Redirect sends it back to the midfield. Again, that could have stopped another breakaway there. Pennington backtracks back to Cramley. Big kick. Again, she's a basketball star at the school. That's really what she's known for. Beat out there by Palmer. She was facing some pressure. So some goalie action early here. Far side, picked up by Pennington, forced out of play. Moving quickly here. Goes out again on Pennington. Sun going down a little bit here, which will make it a little bit cooler than it already is. Again, it's not the coldest I've ever seen, and luckily there's no rain or anything like that, but it's pretty crisp. Lots of players actually prefer that, though, over, you know, blazing hot sun, which you would see here early in August. Devlin picks it up on the near side, has her pass cut off. Quick on a on a throw-in. Pennington sends it far ahead. Past one defender, here's some space to work. There's a shot, Palmer with the block, and it ends up just going off on the near side. Palmer seems a little banged up on that play. There was absolutely a collision there. I think it might have been with the Hun defense and with Palmer as well. You know, obviously everybody was just trying to make a good defensive play, and it resulted in injury here, it seems like, to Zoe Palmer. Her defense is standing around her. She made that initial save, and you know, she honestly made it with her body, sliding in and having to do kind of aerobics to make that play. It went off on the near side, and honestly, it just missed that corner to go in the net off the rebound. There was no one there to finish, but just the way it ricocheted off, potentially could have been a score. Looks like Palmer is just kind of trying to stretch off. You know, she's going to take her time here. Of course, I am positive she would want to stay in this game. Both teams are talking things over, and Palmer is walking towards the sideline. Now it looks like we're going to see a new goalie in here. So that is just quite a wrinkle in this game for the home team, Hun, early. Sophia Troyano. That's who's going to come in, a freshman goalie. So we go from a sophomore to a freshman. Tough situation here for Troyano. She's basically coming in ice cold. Her teammates got her back, a couple of pats on the back, and boy, it's, you know, they say Friday Night Lights, the Matt Saracen moment, but hey, this could work out in Troyano's favor. She's just got probably early nerves here. Again, Palmer exits, she could be back. Early kick, it's intercepted here by Pennington. Adamski on the near side. Tries a pass, it's taken away. Dish off on the near side. Ava Brass. A little bit of backtracking here for Pennington. A mistake, a cutoff. Hun comes up with it. A pass in front, it's just a little too much juice on that one. Cramley is able to kick it out all the way back to midfield. Boy, the intensity has picked up in the last couple of minutes. Both teams have had some pretty good opportunities. They just haven't been able to convert. Again, we've just seen that lone corner kick really to open this game. High in the air. Last touch off of Pennington. Looks like Palmer went to the sideline for a couple of seconds. She's good now. She'll jog in. Maybe just needed a breather, and Troyano will head back to the bench. There's a shot, and it's a goal from way out at the 30-yard line. Hun goes up 1-0. Olivia Spector just launched one at the net, and it went in. Cramley was shocked. Pennington was shocked. Honestly, Spector seemed pretty shocked. And Hun goes up 1-0. Boy, I was just doing the New Hampshire State Championships, and a very similar thing happened. Just from way outside at, again, the 35-yard line, that somehow goes in. So again, Hun up 1-0. That was the final score. Pennington with a quick shot, and there's another score. Right away, Pennington responds. We're back to a tie ball game. Haley Adamski as a sophomore with that finish. Boy, I was about to, go into the typical broadcaster talk of, you've still got plenty of time if you're Pennington to get back on the board, but it was unnecessary. They wasted no time. So again, Spector strikes for Hun. Adamski follows up for Pennington, and it's 1-1 here. Opening half, Prep A finals. Near side, it goes out of play. Throw in here for Pennington. There's a goal scored in Adamski. Back to that defensive line here. Again, that Pennington is so proud of. Our coach, Patrick Murphy, actually made a point of, we spoke on the phone yesterday, and he made a point of messaging me today about the defense and how proud he is of them, and just wanted to make sure they weren't left out. Brass on the right side has it swiped away. Devlin trying to clear it out here for Hun. There's a shot, a bouncer, and it makes its way to Palmer. She's able to get it no problem. Under 25 minutes to go here in the first half of action. Prep A girls soccer finals here in New Jersey. Adamski again, she's certainly feeling some momentum after that goal. Going the opposite way with Hun. Here they come into the box. Looks like that one was last touched off of Pennington. So it will be Hun who gets a corner kick. Now they've had, this is the second one today. Pennington doesn't have one yet. That first corner was quickly cleared out by Pennington. We'll see what Hun comes up with here. I mean, honestly, first kick, a header, knocked down, the second chance goes in. Off the rebound, it came off the hands of Cramley, and Hun just knocks it in. So now they're up. Looks like that was Mackenzie Koch there, who was able to knock it in. So again, it was a 1-0 score to start, or excuse me, way back in September. Extremely low scoring, a defensive battle, and then we come here to the Prep A finals and it's just completely different. Already 3 goals, and we're just in the first half. Foul going the opposite way against Hun. That's on Mackenzie Koch. Collision there, going the opposite way. Sorry, I think I made an error here. It looks like it was Sophia Kearns that knocked that in. I haven't announced it or anything, so but we're pretty far out. Yep, they just announced it and it was Kearns that knocked that in. Just wanted to make sure everyone at home understands that. That's, again, my apologies for that one. So again, Kearns makes it 2-1. Spector had the first goal for Hunt. Far side goes out on the end line, and again after that goal, you can see the kind of smiling faces here for Hun. It's kind of a quick blow. Pennington again just came right after that first Spector goal and retaliated, and so not a lot of time to feel comfortable in a lead, and now just a little bit of breathing room for Hun, but based on what we saw on that Pennington goal, really there isn't that much. And there's, again, there I go with that broadcaster speak, but there is just so much time to go. Adamski dishes it off on the near side of Brass. Brass ahead to Murphy. Murphy off to the races, trying to split the D, tries to backtrack. There's a move. All the way back to that D line, a big shot put on. And Palmer just jumps up to make the catch. Gotta be careful on those. That's how Spector scored. It just kept on going. Had the perfect route into the net. Quick interception on the far side. Centered. Push back to Brass. Also from Pennington. Hun students not pleased with that foul call, but it will go against Hun, and of course it will be Pennington ball. Just a little switch on who's going to actually take this one. Everyone getting set down in that box. There's that kick. One touch to the far side. Picked up. Backwards in the box. Pennington trying to maintain possession here. Murphy retreats. Ballerana has it taken away. Tried the one touch. Didn't quite work. Now Pennington comes up with it. Pass intended for Brass. Last touched off of Pennington. Under 20 minutes to go here in the first half of action. 2-1 is the score. Slight lead for this Hun team. Far side. Just worked around here for Pennington. And that's what Murphy was saying about, you know, just kind of serving, creating space. That was one of his keys to the game. His other keys to the game were score more goals than Hun. Hun can't quite get it out. Far side, try to cross. Last touched off a Hun. We'll get a corner kick here for Pennington. That's the first one we've seen for Pennington all game. Looks like Brass is going to go to the opposite side. She'll be the one to take it, a junior. Palmer ready in net. Here's that kick. Cleared out immediately. Brass is charging down to try to keep that in play. She can't quite get there. Either way, it was last touch off a Hun, so it's going to stay with Pennington. Change of directions. Again, try to cross. Little whiff on that clear. Second chance is good. Brass comes back to her natural slot here on the right. So nothing really comes of that corner for Pennington. Devlin, just a quick little throw in. Can't connect with Falcone. Now obviously this is a Hun game, so definitely dominated in terms of fans here for Hun. Pennington, you know, you can see them sprinkled throughout. But these are two teams that are pretty close and have a long, storied rivalry. Again, I mentioned that 2014 game. And Pennington's just been a powerhouse, frankly. They really don't lose that much. Ever since 1985, they won their first title, and they have 18 title wins since then. Big kick by Hun. This one's just going to trickle back to Cramley. Bit of a high punt there. Adamski pushes it to the middle, trying to switch fields here. And some more boos from the Hun side. Again, it's just been impressive what Barrett's been able to do in her third season as head coach for Hun. She did play at Muhlenberg College, so she is obviously very skilled and familiar with high-level soccer. And then she spent some time learning as well as an assistant coach under this program, so it just kind of made her poised for greatness. And this team just has 4 losses this year, Hun does. 2 ties to go along with that, and of course 11 wins. And went out pretty early in that in the quarterfinals of the county championships. I don't think they were expecting that, and so they're extremely hungry for this game today. And this is the one for all the bragging rights, because again, there's no love lost between these two teams. Nice little switcheroo, goes back. Pennington will again restart. It's Brass who controls. Plenty of space. Push forward. Good move in there for Pennington. Trying to get a shot off, cannot. Blocked away. Dumped off to the corner, but it ends up going out. It's going to be a throw-in for Hun. It's windy here, as I just learned the hard way. Some of our stuff blown away, but it is really a nice day to play this Prep A finals game here in New Jersey. This wraps up the season for both of these teams. Got about 13 minutes to go in the first half. Again, the score is 2-1. A bit of a shocker on the first goal from Spector. She was way out when she was able to just really get a perfect direction there, all the way into the back of the net. Of course, seconds later, Pennington ties the game up. Adamski doesn't waste any moments, and it really was just a heartbeat later. And then on the last play, Kearns takes a rebound off of Cramley and just basically uses her chest to push it into the net. Heads up play there by Kearns, because she was just essentially in the right position. Did what she had to do to give her team the 2-1 lead. That touched Adamski's hand, pretty clear. A lot of fans mentioned that out loud. Devlin, just a freshman, getting a lot of playing time. Here for Hun, she puts a big kick forward. Rolls out on the end line. We got a whistle, we got some subs coming in. One for each team. Devlin has some space to turn around. Couple of connections. Again, push forward. See who gets there first. Cramley comes out and barely swipes it in front. She was facing a lot of pressure there from Hun. Cramley opts to just basically roll it out to a teammate. Adamski knocks it down with her chest. A leading pass. Takes a bounce. Koch on the opposite side. Tries to put it in. Ends up going out of play. That's going to be a corner kick here for Pennington. Looks like Koch will just stay down there. Again, Morgan Koch. Taking that corner on the far side. We'll see if Pennington can tie the game up here. There's that kick. Blocked away. A couple of bodies got a piece of that for Hun. Backtracks all the way back past the red line. Almost towards midfield. Still Pennington with possession. Last touch, though, off of Hun. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Again, 2-1 is the score. A lead for Hun, the home team. Jenna Blooney, one of the captains on this Pennington team. Just saw it bounce off of her. Blooney's a senior. She's from Princeton Junction, New Jersey. And Murphy says, you know, she, along with the rest of the captains on this team, have been essential to kind of helping the underclassmen develop. But also Blooney's just kind of toughing out some bumps and bruises that she sustained throughout the year. And so, you know, he feels like her 90% healthy is still better than a lot of players out there in New Jersey. And she's really just kind of had to muscle her way through the year. And obviously it's paid off. Her team just won a county championship, and now they're trying to win the Prep A finals here. On the near side, Adamski redirects. Here's Adamski, pass in front. Can she get a shot off? Cross in front. And almost a goal, just too high on that shot. Boy, that was a perfect pass, perfect placement. Everything was right. The finish just wasn't there. Pennington with a great opportunity to tie this game up. Pennington, the first one's to it. Adamski again. Far side. Tries a little spin. Adamski, she's got space. Right in the box, tripped up. No whistle. Hunt clears it out. Here's Adamski, she's kind of all over the place. Palmer comes out, a shot put on, and it just misses. Palmer was behind that, or excuse me, ahead of that. That was as good an opportunity for Pennington, again, to tie the game up. Palmer took a risk, ended up working out for her. Pennington, again, upping the pressure here to end this second half. Roller over to Palmer, picks it up. Adamski centers. Far side. Ballerna with that one touch. Again, a midfielder who is very capable, Division I player, going High Point next year, captain as well. Far side. Bunch of Hun players all over that, but they're the ones that kick it out. Pennington with the throw-in. Switching fields, gets that defense moving. Adamski turns it around, has her pass intercepted for a heartbeat. Ballerna. Now on the far side here. Quick swipe by Hun. Lots of space up that sideline. Taken back by Pennington. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Again, it's 2-1. Right now, the difference is a Sophia Kearns goal. Adamski lays off for a second, sends it backwards. There's a tangle there just between two teammates for Pennington. Roller to Palmer, picks it up. Headed up in the midfield. Boy, Pennington has really dominated these really ever since that goal scored by Kearns. The end of this second half has been dominated possession-wise by Pennington, yet they haven't been able to squeak one by Palmer. I'm looking for one final push here before we take a quick 10-minute break. Devlin sends it back towards the midfield. Room to work on the right side here for Hun. Sent up the center. Good defense there by Pennington. They don't allow that break for long. Pennington will get the throw in after a little back and forth. Far sideline right in front of that Hun bench. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Quick takeaway there by Pennington. Again, that defense has done a good job of kind of stonewalling. Galvelis, just a freshman, with that stop. Going the opposite way here with Hun. They've got a couple of seconds to... There's a shot, and it's blocked away. Cramley jumps up in the air, pushes that one over the bar. That is going to be a corner for Hun. Now obviously this would be, if they're able to get on the board here and add another one, this would be a huge difference maker. Going into halftime up 2. Corner. That one sails over everybody. Now on the far side. Rolls out. Looks like it's going to stay with Hun. Headed out by Pennington, far side. Back in the box. Trying to put a shot on. It's blocked away. Seconds left. 10. Corner, just a one touch. In the box, trying to put a shot on. That one deflected off of Pennington and out of play. So that will do it here for the first half of action. The home team, Hun, up 2-1 over Pennington in the Prep A finals here in New Jersey girls soccer. We will take a break for 10 minutes and then we'll be back with the final half here on Play by Play Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Hun School as the home team is up 2-1 on Pennington in the Prep A girls soccer finals here in New Jersey. It was really an exciting first half. We saw, of course, 3 goals combined. Olivia Spector got things started with just a shot from way outside, about the 35-yard line mark here on the markings of a football field. She was shocked by the goal. Hun goes up 1-0, and then of course right away Haley Adamski for Pennington ties it up. Just a couple of seconds later, she just gets one past Palmer. And Kearns, right now her goal, Sophia Kearns, that's the difference. Off a corner, a little rebounded shot, she follows through, finishes it off, and again it's 2-1 at the moment, but we saw a lot of scoring going on in that first 40 minutes. So interested to see what happens here for the second half. Again, I'm Maura Sheridan, and you're tuning into this game on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. There's been a lot of energy here early. This is, of course, an afternoon game, and lots of fans still kind of trickling in, but that student section has continued to be loud for Hun from the jump. We've switched sides, so Pennington controlling. Down in the box, they're trying to keep it in. Looks like it last touched off of Pennington. Devlin, again, a freshman here for Hun. She'll take it. Palmer, who is in net right now for Hun, was dealing with a little bit of an injury. She came out for a second, actually saw Sophia Troyano come in, freshman goalie. And then within maybe a minute, they made that exchange. Pennington goes back to their keeper. Cramley has to race and punch it in front. Yeah, Cramley made a good dive, and she initially stopped that first shot, but it just ended up bouncing off her fingers right basically to where Kearns was on that second goal for Hun. Kearns just used her chest essentially to push it in, and that was enough. Hun just trying to hang on. Of course, they would love to win the finals, but also it would be a season sweep of Pennington this year. Near side, trying to dish off, deflected off of Hun. Quick throw in on the near side. Ballerana sends it forward. Here's an opportunity, and it's cut off. Hun defense really had to make a very long stand to end that second half. Pennington was all over the place, and yet they didn't score. Here's an opportunity in front. Palmer with a diving save. She goes tumbling down, but it's kicked out, and some breathing room for Hun. Pennington just trying to keep it in that Hun territory. Eventually sent back to the midfield, but again, it's Pennington that comes up with it. Ballerna tries to make a move. It's deflected and cleared off. High in the air. Collision. It's going to go with Hun. Players helping each other up. That was Adamski in the mix there for Pennington. Look, it's been high intensity. It's been pretty physical, but it hasn't been aggressive or anything bad. Obviously, both of these teams have a lot on the line. Ballerna makes a shot, and that one just bounces off of Palmer's hands and out of play. Right to her. It's going to be a corner kick. Pennington will keep it on the near side. Here's that kick, the cross ahead just over the top bar. Again, that was like maybe the third or fourth opportunity that Pennington's had, a really good opportunity to score a goal, and they just haven't been able to do it since that really quick response that Adamski had. But it feels like they're knocking on the door, and really the question mark is going to be if Hun can hold them off or not. This kind of feels like where we're trending here. Toss makes his way all the way back to midfield. Last touch off of Pennington. Sun's definitely coming in pretty bright here. Again, a mid-afternoon finals matchup. Everyone just came from school. Yeah, I'm sure these players left a little early. Went right into one of the most intense games they'll play maybe in their entire careers. Here's an opportunity for Hun in the box. Can't get a shot off. Last touch off of Pennington though. Went off the D. It's going to be a corner kick here. Little miscue on that one early. I don't think Hun was completely set up, but they just accidentally got started and had to just roll with it. Now Pennington has an opportunity. Don't have numbers on the far side. Everyone's just racing back. Sent in front, Palmer trying to beat everybody there. She gets tangled up with a Pennington player. There's a shot, it makes its way back towards the net. Palmer wanted a whistle. That one ended up bouncing out of play. Palmer gets one. Some subs coming in for Hun. They'll make some moves. Pennington will stay put. Near side. Redirected opposite way for Pennington. Adamski trying to keep it in, does a little dance around. Back to Cramley. Defense takes their time here for Pennington, trying to set something up. Again, down 2-1 here in the Prep A girls soccer finals in New Jersey. Pushed up the near sideline. Swiped away. Play continues. Good defense on the back end there. Tessa Falcone was there to kind of pick that one up. Right in front. Can't get a shot off. There's one and it goes in. Pennington ties it up. It's 2-2. Again, that really felt like a long time coming for Pennington. 2-2. Pennington is the 2 seed. And now they've tied it up with the 1 seed in Hun. Kept on the near side, it's Morgan Koch. Loses a handle on it, now it's Hun. One move, there's a shot, and it goes right into the body of Cramley. Scoops it up. Throwing on the far side, here for Pennington. Now they have a chance to take the lead. Now they've never led in this game. It's been Hun who scored first twice. Or I should say, it's been Hun that scored twice to take the lead. So they went up 1-0, then 2-1. Now the game's tied at 2-2. Exactly kind of what we expected here for this Prep A final, just based on that one matchup earlier in the year. Did not seem like it was going to be a blowout either way. Balerno with that goal. Again, already committed to play Division I soccer, and she ties the game up here in the biggest game of the year. Far side. Taken back by Pennington, but it touches off. Trying to move quickly off that sideline. Back with Hun. Again, they just really haven't had as many looks here, really since that last goal from Kearns. We'll see if maybe Pennington tying it up gives them a little kick. Centered. Sent off. Plenty of space here on the left side. Koch. Balerno. Olivia Davis. Koch tries to make something happen. There's a shot. Deflected off the defense there for Hun. Another opportunity though. Crossed and cleared out. That was a pretty clear bump against Pennington. Right in the middle of the field in front of the referees. So that is going to be going the opposite way with Hun. Pennington redirects, full sprint. Palmer just decides to kick it out. Beats everyone there, does the keeper. This can kind of be, the dog days of the game. We're not halfway through this second half. Knotted up. This is where the fatigue starts to set in. And obviously overtime is an option here. Both of these teams would like to finish it off cleanly. Hun putting some pressure on, but really this defense for Pennington is just not letting them get past. The defense on the other end for Hun has had to do a lot of work. There's a great kick out by Falcone. Sent on the near side. Koch. Up that left wing. Makes a move. Has it stolen away. Galvelis, one of the couple of freshmen playing today for Pennington, started back on that defensive end. This is a very experienced coaching staff for Pennington. And I talked about the fact that they have co-coaches, which is kind of odd, but they have been coaching together for 22 years. There's a big trip up. Call against Hun. We've got a corner here for Pennington. Could they finally take the lead? Coached by Bill Hockey and Patrick Murphy. His team knocking on the door. Guess it's not technically going to be a corner kick, but it's right there. Under 25 minutes to go. There's a big launch. Right in front. Ends up trailing back towards the near side. Pennington wins it right back. Sent forward, all alone. Palmer with a beautiful save, and it bounces in for Pennington. She makes the first one, but it just rolls towards the goal. An absolutely unfortunate bounce there for Palmer, and Pennington takes their first lead of the game. Wow. That was a just complete breakaway. Gotta give credit to Sophia Murphy for that. She's all alone. Not offsides, makes it work, collides with Palmer, who makes a fantastic initial save, and then just the way it ricocheted towards the net, it's a goal. So Sophia Murphy, the sophomore from Lawrenceville, New Jersey, gives Pennington their first lead of the game. Yeah, again, an unfortunate bounce for Palmer, but you gotta give Murphy just a little hat tip there for how she just powered through that. So now Hun finds himself playing from behind for the first time today. Crowd has gone a little silent. Still 23 minutes to go. Pennington with another opportunity. Palmer comes out, and she's trying to win a foot battle. Ultimately just kicks it out. Smart play. Murphy was all over the place yet again. Another kick to Murphy. Palmer dives out, initially doesn't snag it in, but the second chance she does. Palmer's kind of slow to get up. Remember, she left the game because she was a little dinged up, then ultimately came back, and now she's been non-stop, really, in the second half, been facing a lot of shots, pressure, you name it. Pennington came out ready to go in the second half. Again, they were down at the break, and now 2 unanswered. take a lead. Murphy's goal, of course, the highlight. Hun trying to make something happen. Finally, they have it in Pennington territory. Some space, a shot, and it gets past Cramley. A goal, Hun. Boy, that was just total confusion, I think. Hun makes the most of it. It's 3-3. We're knotted up again. In the corner, jockeying for position. They'll say a foul. Looks like that's Koch there. She did not agree. Boy, this has been, a fun game. I think everyone came in here bracing for a defensive battle, and that's just the opposite of what we've been gifted. Palmer. Boy, she took a big hit there. Collided on the opposite side with Adamski for Pennington. "20 minutes exactly to go here in the second half. Just a absolute battle here in the Prep A girls soccer finals. This is it. Murphy has some space. Tries to make a leading pass, but it's intercepted. Back on the near side. Taken away. Espinosa, who just scored that tying goal, made a good move, sees it taken back. You're seeing the intensity really pick up from the crowd, from these players. It's become a lot more physical in the really since that last goal by Hun. Pass in front, there's a shot. Just a slow bouncer to Espinosa. Or from Espinosa, it's back to Cramley. Espinosa has it centered, kicked all the way back. Palmer's going to come out. Pennington wanted some pressure there. Under 18 minutes to go, we've got a tie game. It's 3-3. Hun went down for the first time today and immediately responded. And we really are back to the drawing board here. Punched out off of Pennington. Goes off of Ballerna, who's been all over the place. She has a goal today. She is one of those absolute leaders on this team for Pennington. Up the left side. One move. A kick towards net. Cramley with the stop. That one, if it was just a little bit higher, might have been able to go top shelf. Here's Pennington. Adamski almost gets kicked in the face there, incidentally, but Koch on the opposite side. Palmer comes out, makes a grab. Palmer puts a big kick all the way back to midfield. Now it sort of bounces back towards Hun territory. Far side. Quick throw in. Espinoza now on the near side. Solar. Fighting for position. Puts one towards net, but a foul opposite way. Just waiting on this throw in. Here it comes. Blooney. Pass ahead. Adamski all alone. Palmer with a beautiful stop. Just beats her to it. Boy, a fearless play. There's another opportunity, and Palmer makes another grab. Boy, the sophomore has really kept this Hun team in the game. Frankly, it should be Pennington should have, 5 or 6 goals, if not for how the sophomore keeper is playing today. 15 minutes to go in regulation. Cramley has to just send it out. Luckily, some backup there. Again, a little touch back to Cramley. Amberson. Big knock. Kearns knocks it down and out of play. Davis. Here's Murphy. She already has a goal today. The last one scored for Pennington. Tries a little turnaround, but Hun just sniffs it out. Davis with that throw-in, gets the bounce to Murphy. She's cut off. Koch puts it towards net. It does sail over the head of Palmer, but was just wide. Palmer made a diving play there. It was off anyway. So we've got under 13 minutes to go here in the second half. Now, again, that's in regulation because it's 3-3. Hun with some momentum. Quickly stifled there by the defense for Pennington. Now it seems pretty evenly matched, as just seen a couple of breakaways and good stops by Palmer. Both teams seem a little gassed as Adamski turns on the Jets, opposite side. Seen a lot of back and forth towards the net. Easy save there for Palmer. In the center. Davis tries to pick it up. Pass in front, here's some space. Hun moving quickly. Makes the initial move, trying to get a shot off. The lefty shot, and it goes right to Cramley. Great opportunity there for Hun. Good move to take that lefty shot as well. Just ultimately didn't go high enough, I think. Goes out on the far side. See if Hun can build off of that opportunity here. It was the best one they've had in quite a while since their last goal. Quick fall, Cramley settles it. Far side here. Again, it's 3-3 as we approach 10 minutes to go in regulation in the Prep A girls final here in soccer in New Jersey. Bodies flying far side. Pennington will have to track it down. Back in their own territory. Trickles out. Quick throw in here for Hun. Not that quick, I guess. Sub coming in. Hun will make a change. Looks like Gabby Rollins will come in, a sophomore. Little backtrack. Redirect on the left. Pennington moving quickly right into a defender. Really, now we've seen a lot kind of played in the midfield here. About 8 minutes to go.
Actually not that bad. No, like, yeah, well, the championship and the playoffs. Would you rather do that?
On the near side.
That was free time, like we weren't doing anything.
Goes to the opposite end.
I'd rather use
Lots of physical play there. Hun with a big kick. Us trying to make something happen here. Again, we've been locked at this 3-3 tie here in the second half. Early scoring for both teams. Now we're still at this stalemate. Pennington trying to make a move. Intercepted. Kept in, far side. Just waiting for all the Pennington players to, or excuse me, Hun players to get back. This is where that stamina really kicks in. I mean, this has been a really back and forth. Obviously, it's evenly matched. It's 3-3. Both teams have run up and down a ton, especially here in the second half. I think Pennington definitely dominated possession time in the first half, but it's been pretty evenly matched here in the second. Punch forward. And there's going to be a whistle there. Clear right in front of all the fans on the near side. All right, we'll have a kick here for Hun. Spector already has a goal today, takes it. Tries to send it to the opposite side. Devlin has to try to track it down for Hun. Trying to hack at it. Pennington comes up with it. Tripping call. So there's 5 minutes to go in regulation. Then after that, it's next goal wins.
I had the debate in Mr. Cooper's car, and my friends and I kept taking out the wheels to the tires, and then just throwing them at each other, and Mr. Cooper didn't care.
Getting all set up here, just some late adjustments for Hun. Here's the kick, and it makes its way all the way back to Palmer.
Oh, bro, you're lucky. You got the best advisor.
Palmer had a stretch, like a 2 to 3 minute stretch, where she was seeing all of these amazing looks from Pennington and stopping every single one she saw. Even the goal from Murphy, she initially stopped it. It just took a weird bounce and ended up rolling into the net. Under 4 minutes to go. Pennington will make some subs. Looking for one final push here in regulation.
Yeah, but don't they practice together? What is your JV ending? I know. But don't they practice together? The JV ending? Yeah. Look for number 40.
All it's going to take really here is just one break, and someone's going home champions. Could this be it for Hun? Up the left sideline, quickly taken away. Kept in play though, kept in Pennington territory. Chance to kind of set something up here for Hun. Heads up play from the, all the way back from that forward line. It was Morgan Koch who just raced to stop that one. It killed some time as well. Near side to Rollins. Centered. Back and forth. We're back to this near sideline. Little shove out for Rollins. Her team will keep it. 2.5 to go. Taken away. Koch, she's got some room on the left sideline. Defense meets her. Adamski sends it across. Palmer sniffs it out. Quickly out of play for Pennington. Under 2 minutes to go. No one scores here, then we're going to overtime. Pennington maintains position. Headed forward. Koch tries to make some space. She's the last one to touch it. Oh no, it looks like it went off the defense for Hun. So we've got a minute exactly to go in regulation. Adamski tries to do it all herself. A big collision there. No call. Koch in front. Cleanly taken away. 42 seconds to go. Seconds. One final push. Murphy looks to track it down. Pass to the corner, 15 seconds. This is it here. Again, in regulation, we're all tied up. And both teams will just kind of settle on overtime. So 3-3 is the score. We will get some extra soccer here in the Prep A girls final game. We'll take a very quick break, and then we will be back again with overtime in this finals game. You are tuning in here on the Play by Play Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Prep A state finals between Hun and Pennington. Well, we're going to get some extra soccer here. We've got 10 minutes on the board. It is 3-3. And so we've got overtime. And confirmed we've got golden goal. So whoever scores next wins this game. It does make things very exciting and obviously heartbreaking on the other end of it too. But it's been a fantastic game so far. Really things cooled off offensively towards the end of that second half. But it was go, go, go until that point. So very interested to see what happens here. We've seen some great goalie play, specifically from Zoe Palmer, a sophomore in net. She's been fantastic. That Huntington student section, or excuse me, that Hun, I just combined them. That Hun student section, extremely loud. They've been loud throughout. Kind of willed this comeback, if you will, for Hun. They had led all game, and then even, obviously at some point it had been tied, but they got down in the second half to Pennington. It kind of felt like Murphy's goal, that was it. Able to muscle their way through and make something happen. Dangerous play there. Here's some pressure, a shot, Hun wins! Riley Hayes. The students charge the field. A stunner. Wow, just a couple of seconds into overtime, if we're gonna be exact, just 17 seconds into overtime, Riley Hayes and Hun win the game, just like that. Wow. So really they just needed a couple of seconds more to come up with a victory, just a wild finish. Hun victorious in the Prep A soccer finals. Just an outstanding game for both teams. Pennington finishes the year having won the county championship but losing this Prep A final game. They finish the year 15-3-2. Meanwhile, Hun tops off a great season with a great finale. They go on to finish 12-4-2. I guess we'll wrap it up as they'll continue the celebration here at Hun. And of course, Hun will get to hoist that trophy in the air. Again, I'm Maura Sheridan. Thanks so much to my producer, Zach, and everybody with the Play-by-Play Sports Network. One more time, Hun victorious with an overtime goal in the state championship. They are Prep A champions. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Hun beats Pennington in overtime.